to do, and they countered it. For Blacklist International, I'm not so sure if they can do the same thing. However, if they see something that even we ourselves, the Malaysian sandwich with a Filipino in the middle, then they deserve to win against Blacklist International. And looks like we already have a few bans over here. That was very entertaining, wasn't it, Gideon?
Jumping into the draft. We have Blacklist prioritizing the Eve after taking out the Hayabusa, the Selena, and the Yuzhong. So they understood the assignment. They know the status quo. While Malvinas pick up the Matilda and the Barat, while taking out the Estes, the Aldous, and the Yusun Shin. Malvinas, they've seen countless Blacklist VODs. This is exactly how you try and take down Blacklist.
I love it. I really do. Imagine, we're just going based on the order. Yves is shown. Instantly, we're seeing the Matilda as well as Barat, both of which can knock her out of the real-world manipulation. Immediately, Blacklist, okay, we got to get some high priority. We got to get some damage. We got to get some peel. Paquito straight away locked in. Natan as well with the superposition to keep them away. And now, Malvinas Gaming, they've got a lot of options to steal and try to contest them, or do they want to immediately look towards lane dominance?
Right now, I'm sorry, but Blacklist International, they kind of look like they just won the draft. They have a very good
Your team is banning.
Pull out all of the heroes that can go to the backline, especially Yuzong, especially Hayabusa, and look like the hero that they have. They have the Eve, they have the Nathan, and they even have the Paquito. Paquito is good to engage, but he's also a very good hero that can peel. Anyone coming to the back, they're gonna get a KO punch, and then they're gonna get knocked back. As of right now, Blacklist International, the first 3 picks, Eve, very good control. The real world manipulation is very hard to fight against. Entropy from the Nathan, able to dash out in a very dangerous situation, as well as the damage from superposition. I feel like Blacklist International, they open very, very strong.
But I agree. I must say, though, there's some good interaction between them and Malvina's first 3 picks as well. They deny the Matilda, they pick up the Barats to answer the Paquito without the Paquito even showing up. So maybe Blacklist is just walking into this, they're confident. They also have the Lunox to kind of counteract the real-world manipulation. It's kind of like the same relationship that Lunox has with Farsa, where she can kind of dodge the burst. But going into the bans, Gideon, Malvinas, Coach Santiago understands. They take away the chill from Haji.
Yep, he gets it. He really, really does. He's eliminating options, and although, yes, they do have first pick, it feels like they have a great idea. The fact that they're banning out Show, because in most situations, and even if I was on the other side going in blind towards this draft, I would want to keep that Show up in towards that gold lane, maybe to get into that backline a little bit easier. Yes, it requires some mechanics, but I have to my players. Yada, yada, yada. Bane is going to be a really, really good ban here.
Right now, looking at the ban, they ban out the Cho. This means that they don't want someone to pick someone off from the backline. It could be Lunox, but it could potentially be a marksman, say a Brody, but Brody hasn't been banned just yet. And the Bane kind of does show that either they're just being respectful, or they completely understand that they really want to play team fight based gameplay, and the Bane could really disrupt that. Plus, the Bane does have a knock-up ability with the deadly catch, so Brody as well as the Claude is very susceptible to getting knocked up.
Yep, so Brody's still out there, still a possible gold laner for Blacklist if they choose to put the Nathan into the jungle, which is not as strange as it sounds, because it's happened before, even while the nerf on marksman in the jungle has already been put into effect. Now, first pick in the second phase for Malvinas, what are they missing? A clear jungler, maybe even a clear roamer. We don't know where that Matilda's going, if it's going into the hands of Steffi, or maybe even to Harley in the mid. Gideon, what are your thoughts?
I'm thinking Benedetta. I'm thinking along the lines of Alice, maybe along the... Ah, yes, Popo and Koopa here take away their tools, big, powerful tools. And more importantly here, Iridia, finally, even though he is such a young player, he's going to be looking for opportunities to get it. And if he can't get that space, it's going to be such a struggle, especially as a gold laner.
Yeah, right now I'm looking at Blacklist International. They have a lot of range. If they want to put a little bit more, they do have the Brody. If they want to win the lane, they can get the Clint. In terms of their roamer pick, I really feel like it's really hard to predict against Blacklist International. They could really take just about anyone, and it could really work. So I'm just focusing on their gold lane, whether they want Brody, whether they want to get the Clint. But it looks like Matrix, they want the pink-haired, very, very annoying artillery machine going in the back with the Matrix, and a Ruby just having a lot of crowd control, making sure that if Malvinas Gaming, they want to play style, they want to engage in the backline, Ruby is there to give themselves the problem.
I love it. the Beatrix. Just very recently, Oheb scored a Maniac on the recently unlocked hero. There's a reason why even when she wasn't taken out of rotation for mechanical reasons, she was still always just banned. So now, Beatrix showing up in the second phase is surprising. Gideon, are you surprised? Because I'm sure Malvinas paid attention to what Oheb did.
Absolutely. I think Malvinas, at this point in time, like, locking in something like the Beatrix is a little scary because then you have so much not going in your favor. Things like Lancelot could have been picked up much, much earlier for Blacklist International if they wanted to show anything. Malvinas Gaming needed that sort of security to say, hey, we need to see your entire composition before we lock it in and go blind with something like a Beatrix. Popo and Koopa is just the safer option.
Yeah, and right now, for me personally, if I'm blind, I don't see the names, I don't see the IGNs, I don't see the flags, I don't see anything. I'm just looking at the draft. Blacklist International, they have an amazing draft. Like, based on the draft itself, it's, you know, it's looking pretty clear that they have a pretty good advantage going into the game before the game even starts.
Yep, it's just a clean approach. I mean, you have the Eve and Ruby in mid, and already it's a straight line. I'm sorry, Gideon. They just did not budge.
I was hoping they would draw donuts in the sand, but I guess I'll have to wait until after group stages. But in the meantime, I think we have to also kind of think of where does Malvinas Gaming...
What are they trying to do is the question. Exactly. How will they try to add points or just break the straight line? Game time, ladies and gentlemen. Blacklist International versus Malvinas Gaming. If Blacklist takes this, it's a clean group stage for them. But if Malvinas Gaming able to make them bleed right now, then what an upset. Here we go, looking at the rotations, looking at the side lanes. Singh and Edward, it is usually a win for the Barats.
Well, it really depends on what the goal and objective is. But so far, after pushing over the mid lane, Haji is taking a lot more damage than he should. Forcing him to recall early to contest with this Litho Wanderer is kind of a good idea because this should be pretty easy for Quinn to get. Yes, he did get it. I had to hold my breath there for a second. Didn't see the Litho Wanderer appear by his side immediately.
Woo! Litho Wanderer early on. Wise looking to correct that. What might be the situation here? Lancelot versus Nathan. It looks like the Nathan is just going to puncture straight on through and take down the Time Spacewalker. Is that going to be the case here, Gideon? Do you see it's an easy road for Quinn?
I don't think it's going to be as easy as what people have mentioned, especially since Blacklist International wants to punish people like Iridian on this top side. If Sephi matches the Queen every step of the way and play off of that information and keep this 50-50, that's a good start, but they're going to need a snowball effect to happen, and I don't think there's anybody on the side of Malvinas Gaming in terms of their draft except for maybe just Steffi who can set that up for him.
I love how Steffi actually picked the Matilda here to help confirm kills with Adrian, but now Haji's in trouble. First blood's gonna be drawn. Steffi takes him down. Would have been better if it went to Adrian, but a kill is a kill, gold is gold from Malvinas Gaming.
They need to get the snowball as quickly as possible. If they have to give it to the Lancelot, that's no big deal because now Oh My Venus is in a little bit of trouble, and that's what they want to do. Push out that mid, play towards that gold side. When you have that pressure, come down to Turtle.
Yep, first Turtle already up. Priority going over to a Blacklist International, but look at this top lane. They're bearing down on Oheb. We don't care if you scored a Maniac. You're answering to us now. 2 minutes in, 15 seconds, a third of the health here on this Turtle. That's going to go over to Wise. Turtle Slaying brought to you by STV Singapore. Passion made possible.
Did you know that Singapore is not just one island, but 64?
64.
64. I just learned that very recently. They got 64 offshore islands, including Sentosa, the one that we're staying at, Pulau Ubin, and sister islands.
That's amazing. But right now, looking back into the game, Malvinas Gaming, oh, looks like Quinn is in danger.
Oh, he's fine. He's fine. Haji's got Oheb's back, but just the same Steffi could give a shield here to Quinn, dash out to safety. I like how despite Blacklist's take on the Turtle, Malvinas still understands that we can kind of push it further.
Yeah, the thing is, what I like about this game, right? Malvinas Gaming, they won the lane. Early game control on the lane has been very good for Malvinas Gaming, and when Blacklist International, they took the Turtle, they didn't even try to contest it just because they know if they go for the Turtle fight, they're actually going to lose. Right now, looking at the itemization, Harley is going for, oh, but it looks like Zig is going to go down, and that's a kill for the Queen.
Maximum range, and they're looking to trade up top. Malvinas Gaming trying to spot out Oheb, but Haji's got his back, and they're going to let it happen. They're going to let this through. It's a 3-man, make that a 4-man. Koopa counts, push, early on, 3 minutes in, they're gonna take down this turret. No more shields. That just shows how much pressure Malvinas Gaming put here. Gideon, how is it gonna affect Oheb's farm?
Well, honestly, let's not even talk about Oheb's farm. Malvinas Gaming right now, it feels like this is rehearsed. It feels like they've done this a lot of the times. These rotations are a little too telegraphed for their side. In Blacklist International, it feels like they're following into this. They're trading side by side, but Malvinas seems extremely prepared.
But they find some refuge in mid. There's a push in bottom, and now they're gonna try to make some way in mid. Blacklist International trying to reclaim and show us exactly where this 1,000 gold lead is coming from, 3-1.
Yeah, but coming back to Oheb's farm, yes, he's going to lose a little bit, but as you mentioned, the retribution is great on his side, getting 2 kills, allowing him to try and stabilize.
Yeah, Wise is actually not dying. Again, we talked about how the Lancelot should be giving him hell. This is great now. Oh, Phantom Execution coming in. Haji answers with the I'm offended, keeping him in place. That's the Queen with the real world manipulation. Steffi answers back with the Circling Eagle, and they're all still alive. What discipline from Malvinas.
Oh, I don't know about you, but I'm squeezing my butt cheeks here, man. This is not easy. This really is not easy, and especially if you are a Latam fan, you got to be breathing heavily on this one. Seeing he's not going to let this happen, but you can see that Oheb, he has that pressure now, and so far, oh, he does not miss these shots.
Redder, maximum range. We've seen it down bottom on Oh My Venus, and up top, the Prince does exactly the same. The mechanics of Blacklist International, it's being put on show here, and the way Malvinas answers, I gotta agree with you, Gideon. It seems to be in the macro. They're showing off their macro chops.
If it's not micro, it's gotta be macro, and now Turtle is gonna be contested, and Malvinas Gaming slowly looping around, hopefully to contest.
And it looks like it's gonna go over to Wise one more time. Real manipulation, keeping Quinn down, and he bites it. That's why he's taking the kill. Another one for Oheb. Steffi looking low. The Void Crystal helping Wise confirm the kill. Adrian's walking away. Detna's welcomed by Singh. You go under the turret, but Wise is gonna survive nonetheless. Oh, another one. 3 for none. The turret's gonna follow through. Blacklist ain't done.
Oh my goodness, Oheb does not miss. He does not miss with Renner. This man, you think that you're playing a top-down view? No, he's playing an FPS.
Yeah, right now, the way that I'm looking at this game, it kind of feels like I just gotta shut my brain off and just admit that giving Eve to Oh My Venus and giving Beatrix to Oheb is just the reason why they're looking so good right now. In fact, let's look at the replay, and actually based on their draft, they can win basically 80% fights around the riverside, because again, look at that range on their real world manipulation. Anyone stuck inside, especially when we're looking at the Lancelot. Lancelot cannot do much. He's going to take a lot of damage. And then look at this, Oheb talking about damage.
It just happened again. There's no explanation. It's just Oheb now. He's smelling blood in the water, and like a shark, he's just gonna go and...
Honestly, like a hammerhead shark, and the difference is his eyes are like direct. They're not put side to side. It's directly in front. He does not miss at all.
Straight up.
Oh my goodness. But look, Malvinas Gaming, they understand. Like, yes, we are bleeding out a little bit, but let's try to, staunch this bleeding. We still have a late game we can play for, and maybe we can hold on strong. Haji actually missing the ult there, which is great for Malvinas Gaming, because now they have an open window to start pushing out and looking for opportunities.
Yep, time it out. I believe Haji overthought it. Like he overthought it, and he was looking for the bait, but it just wasn't there. Oh My Venus now picking up the Genius Wand. Teamfights are gonna hurt now. Teamfights are gonna hurt, and Malvinas is not gonna be able to just pull the same fist-clenching discipline play. Something's gonna go. Something's gotta go.
Yeah, and now the siege has already continued on to that mid-tier 2, and that's what they want to do. Team fights like Blacklist always is.
Oh, there goes Koopa. Not gonna save Adrian. Oh, Heb is godlike. 701. It's like his farm. It's like his turret wasn't even taken down in the early, man. Now Singh is going to get a little bit of revenge. Haji taken down as well. 2 for 1 here. Blacklist may have overstayed their welcome.
Goodness, they're doing such a good job overall. Like, Steffi is trying his absolute best to kind of create that space for Malvinas Gaming so far. But Blacklist International, their side laners, I mean, you got to give it to both Oheb as well as Edward. They are just they're doing everything here. Like, Oh My Venus is, here's the kill zone. Haji's like, I'll keep him in here. The rest of you just do the work.
I didn't notice Edward did not get any kills. No stats on his Festival of Blood, but he's sitting at 0-0-6. So he's good at setting up. He's great at keeping Malvinas at bay. And again, it's like that Barats-Paquito relationship didn't even exist at all.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's about all they find the initial catch on to Zing, who flickers on out of there. He doesn't really mind the damage. It's like, okay, yes, if I die another time, it's annoying. But Quinn, he needs that space because you can see what Blacklist International is doing again and again and again. Get the side lane pressure and then slowly choke out the economy through the jungle.
The maximum range on not only the Renner, but even the Void Crystal, it extends it. Now Oheb switches over to it. They're looking to take down bottom lane, make space for that Lord that's spawning over on the upper left corner of the map. It seems like, as you said earlier, Gideon, Malvinas, it's so orchestrated. It's a master plan, but Blacklist read it back to back.
Yeah, I think, unfortunately, I think the game plan stops once they've fallen down here. They immediately find the catch and maybe some kind of retribution. A Wise, possibly.
Oh no, Quinn came in wrong. He did not time his dash as well. That's foregoing immediately. Steffi's just wondering, where'd you go? Guys, where's everyone? Inhibitor going down in mid. 4 members of Blacklist make that 5, looking to end the game quickly. No minions, only the base standing. Steffi, he's not at home in his own base. It's gonna be Harley coming in. Is there time? No, the answer is no. It's over. Blacklist International takes game.
Oh, what a game that was. Blacklist International just showing off at this point why they are the favorites to win M3.
And this is where I have to say, in our sandwich over here, we have to trust in the Filipino. Like he said, straight line. That's the best way to go.